Should I repeat that? I'll start again so people just came. We're going to start right again. So, good afternoon and welcome to Innovative Use of Video. My name is Michael Lieberman. I'm the Director of the Department of Cable and Consumer Services and also the Cable Administrator for Fairfax County Government in Fairfax County, Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. The role of the Video Production Department has extended beyond the Government Access Channel and also council meetings. In this session today, we'll explore the innovative and creative uses of video as a communications tool. So joining me today are Donna Keating. Donna is from Montgomery County, Maryland, and also Dominic Fulgoni. He is from San Diego in Southern California, and then Mark Kaufman, who is with the city of Allen in Texas. We're going to start off today with Donna Keating. Donna holds a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Mass Media Arts from Hampton Institute and also a JD from George Washington University. Donna is the Media Services Manager and Executive Producer for Cable County, Montgomery, the Government Access Channel in Montgomery County, Maryland, also just outside of Washington, D.C. And she works for the Office of Cable and Broadband Services of the Department of Technology Services. Donna.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. I, too, would like to welcome you to this session on innovative uses. I said uses because they're different, of video. I want to thank NATOA for the invite and thank you for attending this session. I hope you are enjoying the session and are finding the individual sessions informative, intriguing, and now innovative. Montgomery County, Maryland. If you were in the session yesterday where Merlin Reineke, our Public Access Executive Director, was speaking, he talked about the demographics of Montgomery County. There are approximately 1 million people in Montgomery County, and it is very affluent. It also happens to be very diverse. Innovation, slide 2. Innovation is defined as the application of new solutions, change, revolutionary, a departure from the tried and true. For Montgomery County, Maryland, the definition is spot on. Our award-winning program includes the normal things: council sessions, press conferences, regular programming that pertains to seniors, police, council activities. We have a program called My Green Montgomery, which talks about the things that we are doing to make our community green. Then we have a news program entitled County Report This Week, which is actually a collaboration between all of the PEG channels. It's a 30-minute program, and it is produced on a weekly basis. We also have special programs. For instance, we did a celebration of our World War II veterans that was attended by many of those in our community, and it was actually hosted by Ted Koppel. Yay, Ted Koppel. Next slide. The press event. Getting our senior management to embrace change was very difficult. This group was entrenched. As you can imagine, there were numerous suggestions and several meetings with representatives from the Office of the County Executive. We have a new Chief Innovation Officer, our Chief Information Officer, our Chief Operation Officer, our Public Information Officer, and reps from the Department of Technology Services. So all the heavy hitters were in the room telling us how to do video. You all know that experience, right? So we had to convince the senior management team to take a new approach. We had to convince some of the stakeholders that this was the right approach. They were used to straight talking heads. Press conferences with straight talking heads. No video whatsoever. The internal processes were adamant that things were okay the way they were. So why change? We're Montgomery County. We know how to do things right, right? Right. Well, why change is a good question. Why did we want to try something new? Whose attention did we want to grab? Why was it worth fighting for? The answer to this first question was we wanted to produce a video that would be used as an introduction of a new product. If you will, thank Apple. Introductions of new Apple products are communicated in the language of the audience, not the government speak that we are used to. In fact, you all must admit when Apple introduces a new product, everybody wants to see the video. Apple uses a combination of entertainment and advertising. Their product announcements create an experience, one that many people desire to experience. We too wanted to create an experience, attract the attention of the press, create excitement, and convey a general overview of this new and exciting county initiative. New initiative, new approach. It was an uphill battle, and we did not convince everyone. Representatives from the traditional communications offices went so far to tell us the press will be impatient and will not want to sit through 2 minutes worth of video. Boy, did we prove them wrong. This video has 5 parts, the introductory mission statement, and 4 segments that focus on the 4 branches of the Open Montgomery Initiative. Each segment has its own intro and outro slogan, serving as bookends and ensuring that each part can stand alone as needed, especially for our mobile website. Let's take a look. Again, this was a new approach for us. We had never produced a video that was used as part of a press event. In the past, our press events just started with our county executive walking into a room and immediately starting to talk about a new initiative. This was new, and it was very well received. The look is simple and modern with a limited color palette. The blue background actually reflects the dominant color of our website. The project was created using Adobe After Effects CX 5.5, Photoshop CX6. The music is Catwalk from Apple Loops. It took Shannon Farney, who is what we're calling our newest digital media manager, 90 hours to complete this project. and that includes the numerous meetings and advice we got from the video experts in those other departments that I mentioned earlier. At the end of the day, our county executive was so pleased with the video and the reaction from those who attended the press conference that during the next months, when he held budget discussions in the community, he used this video to describe this new product. Our persistence and hard work did have a measurable outcome. Our determination for change bore fruit. More on that later. As other departments saw the Open Montgomery video, they began requesting a similar approach for the promotion of their programs and services. The next video we are going to see was produced in collaboration with the Montgomery County Department of Housing and Community Affairs, Office of Landlord and Tenant Affairs. This video is designed to increase awareness of their services and to let viewers know that there is help before an eviction. I mentioned earlier that Montgomery County is affluent. However, the economic downturn has affected us as well. Abraham? Next, the video. Landlord tenant, thank you.
Eviction, security deposits, rent increases, leases, notice to vacate. Help. For more information, contact the Office of Landlord Tenant Affairs at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/OLTA or call 311.
Again, new for us because departments traditionally would have come and requested that the department head sit in a room and talk about eviction notices and what this office can do to help people. Our last two videos were created in collaboration with the Montgomery County Public Library's Teen Advisory Group, also known as TAG. This is a group of teens. They write reviews of music, books, movies, produce podcasts and videos, and they came to us. Yay, CCM. They wanted to produce a video that they could use in schools to help people, to recruit people to become part of TAG. Let's take a look. These are actually two videos. Thank you, Abraham. I mentioned bearing fruit, and I posed the question earlier, was it worth fighting for? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. After convincing the powers that be to try something different and to think outside the box, during this current fiscal year, the Office of Cable and Broadband Services will lead an innovative media pilot project to expand the use of interactive presentation tools. We're pretty happy about that. So I leave you with a quote from the book, The Innovative Leader, How to Inspire Your Team and Drive Creativity. The innovative leader has to be an arsonist and a firefighter. I thank you for your time and attention.
All right, thanks to Donna. Next is Dominic. Dominic holds a Bachelor of Science degree in television, film, and new media from San Diego State University. He writes, shoots, and edits video and multimedia content for San Diego County's website. Dominic.
Thanks. Hi, so I just kind of wanted to go through the transition. I've been at the county for 15 years, and I've seen a lot of change over those 15 years, and I kind of wanted to take you through how we went from just being a government channel on cable casting to what we do now, which is countynewscenter.com. Next slide, please. So we started out, as most of you know, and most of you do, board meetings. Half-hour talk shows was kind of the fare of the day. And then we did occasional one-off videos, and those would go within the half-hour talk shows. Next slide. But then we got a new director, and he said we need to do something that kind of gets the audience to our channel a little bit more than the half-hour talk shows hosted by supervisors. So what we ended up doing were the 3 shows that you see here, Sam the Cooking Guy, Down to Earth, Java Jams. And the idea there was that we did local shows that were more entertaining, and then we put PSAs in between the commercial breaks, and that's how we got the messages that other departments wanted to put out there on the air. And then after that was good. We won some Emmys. We had a great time. It was kind of the golden age of CTN. But then 2 things happened. We had the recession, and we had the TV channel shift. Now, with the recession, we kind of had to look for less frivolous ways to show content, because the problem was we had people being laid off in public services, and they're looking at a channel that's producing gardening shows, cooking shows. It's hard to justify. So we had to look internal. We had to go back to doing internal videos, but at the same time, how are we going to make those interesting? And the other thing here was the television audience was shrinking, as many of you are probably finding out, with the digital cable sending our channels up into the nether regions of cable for people at home. You can't rely on that channel surfing for people to find you as much anymore. So, next slide. So the first one I want to show here is just kind of a short video that we did. This Live Well San Diego is an initiative by our Health and Human Services Agency. And they wanted to kind of, it's a 10-year initiative to convince people that they need to get more healthy. And they wanted to have department directors on camera talking about being healthy. And it sounds pretty brutal. But we talked to the Department of Parks and Rec, and their director was up for something different. So go ahead and roll it.
When it comes to getting fit, some people say running is the way. Some people like to ride bikes. Some people like to walk. I say yes to all of it. There's plenty of places to get out and move. If I just ran every day, I'd get bored. Sometimes I bike or run. Other times, it's softball. It really doesn't matter the sport. Sometimes it's fun to try something new. Sometimes it's basketball. doesn't really matter if you're good or not, as long as you're moving and having fun. So if you like to run, run. But everything we did today, you can do it at County Park. So don't be afraid to mix it up. Go out, get fit, and stay fit, and have fun doing it.
So we got lucky with him because he's active. It would have been trouble if we had a Parks and Rec director who didn't like to move, but we did. So we kept it short. We made it interesting. We just spent a day with him at one of the county parks and put that together. The other thing I want to show you about adding a little pop to your videos are these two sites right here, videohive.net and revostock.com. As Donna mentioned, there's a lot of time that goes into those motion graphics. And if you've got something you've got to turn around quickly and you don't have time to design a large motion graphics, especially 3D motion graphics, these are great ways to speed up the process. Both of them, they basically have users, a network of users around the world, and they just submit their templates to these sites, and you can buy them from anywhere from $10 to $30. And then you can put in whatever you need to put in as far as video, audio, text, stills, anything. So the next video I'm going to show is one where we used one of those templates, put in what we needed to put in, and it turned out pretty well with a short turnaround time. So that was our Office of Emergency Services. They just wanted a quick PSA to publicize the app that they just put out. So, that didn't take a lot of time, and if we had to do that from scratch, it would have taken a long time. Next slide, please. So the other big shift was, how do we get more viewers? How do we get more people to see our content now that the channel's declining? Well, we decided to make a big shift online, and as I've heard a lot in panels here over the last couple of days, a lot of people are doing that, and it's key because that's where everybody's audience is now. They're online, and it's a great way to share. Obviously, the emergence of YouTube here with online high def, which a lot of us can't do on our channels yet, has been fantastic, because we're all shooting in HD now, but then it goes out over the air and it looks terrible. And you put it on YouTube, it looks great. So that was one reason for the drive. Another was the randomness that was going on. We had videos, we'd give them to different departments, they'd put them on their pages in weird ways, and sometimes they took ages to load, and it was just a mess. And then we wanted a direct link for County Stories. We wanted to make a story that we could just point people to directly. And with the channel not necessarily, see, I got all the time when I was out shooting, everyone was like, what channel is this going to be on? Well, what cable system do you have? Well, it's on maybe at this time, but it may be preempted by the city of San Diego or the city of San Marcos. It was a mess. So this way, we could just say, go to countynewscenter.com, all our stuff's there, direct them to it, and then everything else is on there as well, so then they can explore once they get there. Next slide. So here it is. We had an outside company contracted to design it for us, and all of the video is actually YouTube video that is, I'm not going to do a demo of it or anything, but you can check it out later if you like. If you click on a video, it plays within a template on the site, but it's a YouTube video, so we don't have to do any hosting. And then the other great thing is they built in capabilities so that they wouldn't have to monitor the site for us. So all of our video producers, all of our writers can go right in there and post content and manipulate it, put stuff up on that top slider if it's a current story, and then they can choose what shows up on those lower windows right there. So it's really been great for us. Next slide. And one of the interesting side effects is when we put videos up now, kind of going direct to you, which is the slogan, they're direct to people. It's also going direct to the media, and a lot of them are picking up on the stories that we do, and they're recycling them, or they're using them in their news media as well, and it's amplifying our message. This one right here is a story that one of our producers, Suzanne Bartol, did. She was doing a long-form video on the medical examiner's office, and she found out about a volunteer who does sketches for them. So I'll play a little clip of the video and then talk some more.
I was 8 years old, living in Huntsville, Arkansas, on a farm with my folks, and I started drawing horses.
PJ Puterbaugh took art lessons through junior high and high school and went on to UCSD as a studio artist.
This is my second oldest son, Jamie, who is teaching golf in Singapore right now. He's the only child I haven't done a portrait of yet, so it's his turn.
PJ's home is full of portraits, people that she knows or been asked to paint, and a few that she's come to know, but has no idea who they are. All she knows is that they're dead.
It's a way for me to use my art to really help someone.
PJ helps out at the county medical examiner's office. Usually when a body arrives here, they know who it is.
We run an identification rate of between 93 and 97%, which is pretty remarkable.
But every year there are 200 to 300 bodies that are unidentified, some unrecognizable. That's where PJ comes in.
I get a call and they have an unidentified person. And they can either send me a photo or I will go down and take a photo, a headshot basically. And then I will work on that and redraw it and make it more look like a high school portrait, so to speak.
Her sketches go on TV, the newspaper, and databases. The hope is somebody will recognize the John or Jane Doe.
Hello, Molly.
So how did PJ begin sketching the dead?
When we moved to this house.
Okay, so it's the story that takes a macabre turn. It was really well received, and actually what happened from that is we had one of the news reporters from the CBS affiliate contact the medical examiner's office after seeing that story and said, hey, I want to do a story on this volunteer. And he came out with his cameraman, and he did a piece on it, and it aired as a feature on News 8. So it was, there again, another way to amplify the message. It was a big surprise that he did that, and I think Suzanne's piece was better, but I'm biased. Okay, the next piece here, if you were in the morning session yesterday, my boss back there, Michael Russo, talked about this a little bit. A few years back, I did a story on Friday, who's a detector dog at the county, detects agricultural products that are being smuggled in. And we wanted to do a story on her retirement, because one thing that you have to remember when you create a site like countynewscenter.com is it becomes this beast that you have to feed constantly. So we have stand-up meetings every Monday morning. All of our writers and all of our video producers get together and talk about what we could put on. So there has to be something on every day of the week, Monday through Friday. So it came up in that meeting that Friday had retired, and the debate was, is it a print story or is it a video story? Because the dog's just kind of sitting around at home. So we actually both went out there, myself and the print reporter, and we figured we'd just make the call once we got out there and see what we got. So I'll show you a little clip of that right now.
As you see in this FedEx warehouse back in 2009, she would spend up to 4 straight hours on conveyor belts and in trucks every day, using her nose to sniff out plants or fruits that may be lurking inside unlabeled packages.
What do you got? Oh, good girl.
But now, instead of hunting agricultural pests, Friday is, well, she's still figuring that part out.
I've been explaining to some of my friends and my coworkers, like, having Friday at home is like having a 9-year-old, very intelligent puppy in the house, because she doesn't know the house rules. She doesn't know, oh, I'm not supposed to get on the couch. I'm not supposed to jump into the garden. Oh, I'm not supposed to eat the strawberries. She doesn't know any of that.
You see, now there's a new dog learning Friday's old tricks, and you get the feeling that Friday doesn't approve.
What's bothering you?
Due to USDA rules, working dogs have to retire at the age of 9. Jeremy's new detector dog, Venus, is here today but doesn't live at home with them. Working dogs have to sleep in a kennel every night, but Friday, being retired, has been adopted by Jeremy, which is typical for most working dogs.
The trainer that came out last year, when she validated and went 100% again, told me she's not ready to retire. And she's not. I mean, she still wants to work, loves to work. But she's learning to enjoy life and to relax and be more of a dog than a machine.
To make the transition a little easier, Jeremy still brings home the thing that makes Friday's heart race, the brown boxes.
I'll bring boxes home on like a Friday or, you know, someday like that, and just let her look for something to, you know, to try and play the game again, because she misses it. So I'll bring some of the old training boxes that I used for Venus through the week, bring them home, put them in the backyard, let her run around, destroy them, have a good time. And she just loves it. I mean, she sees those boxes and starts crying and whining again because she wants to do it.
Venus, meanwhile, will be learning how to do what Friday did so well. And Friday will soon learn that retirement has its perks.
I gotta admit, you know, having her around for retirement and I took her down to Baja for a little surf weekend, and she had a blast. So it's been good, and it's been hard. It's been, you know, it's been fun. From sleeping to this in about 3.2 boxes.
In the County News Centre, I'm Dominic Fulgoni.
Can you get in your kennel for me? Go on, kid.
So obviously it made a better video story. And by the way, animals. If you want to get traffic to your site, animals. Every time. But what happened with that is we had one of our guys who works with media releases. He put out a media release about the story and just put a link to County News Centre. And this News 8 clip right here, they picked it up. We didn't do any more work than putting the story on County News Centre and sending out the quick clip. And they picked this up, and this showed up on News 8. Go ahead.
After several years of excellent work, Friday, the county's first agricultural detector dog, is retired. But Friday's handler says the hardworking dog is having a tough time giving up her day job.
She's not ready to retire, and she's not. I mean, she still wants to work, loves to work.
Friday now enjoys her free time hanging out at her handler's home, but Jeremy Parch makes sure to bring home boxes home from work so that Friday can inspect them and keep her incredible detector skills sharp.
So it was great for News 8 because they didn't have to tie up a photographer to go out and shoot that. It was just kind of a ready-made story for them. And they just pulled it right off YouTube because it's in HD. Next slide. So here's just a couple of quick stats here on countynewscentre.com. This is last year, August 2012 versus this August. Visits, we had 26,000 last year. It's up to 35,000 this year. And then unique visitors going from 16,000 to 22. So it's growing, and that's all we're trying to do. Next. So in summary, just you need a strong web presence these days. You really do. And you know, once you've got something, you can then promote it with all the tools out there, like Facebook and Twitter, and as I learned this morning, Reddit. Keep the story short. Look for stories that are interesting and people-driven, and publicize any way you can. That's it. Thanks.
All right, next is Mark. Mark graduated from the University of Arizona with degrees in dramatic theory and media arts. And he's the executive director of Allen City Television in the city of Allen. Mark.
Thank you. Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to one topic, one show that we've been, it's been in production for the last 2 years. The idea came about several years ago, and I want to kind of get to that realization and how it happened in this love affair with this man right here. Real quick about ACTV. ACTV, we're out of Allen, Texas, so it's a suburb of Dallas. There's 3 of us. There's 3 producers. Our operating budget is about $240,000, and we're always trying to find ways, innovative ways to reach the audience. Let me move off of that real quick. We decided one year when I was at Natoa, I think it was Douglas County that had a show called Playground Breakdown. This is kind of the backstory on this. Anybody from Douglas County here? And basically, what Playground Breakdown was, it was about a little kid that would go and tour different playgrounds around town, and he would do it. He was like a 2 or 3-year-old kid, I guess a producer's son or daughter, and he would just be really excited about these playgrounds. And it brought, you know, he'd show all the different features of the slide or the swing or what have you. So I had an idea that maybe we should do this with an adult. And I kind of toyed with the idea for a while and trying to figure out, we didn't really have the right fit for it. And we wanted to do the same thing with the Parks and Rec Department with facilities, the different types of facilities that we had. So we couldn't find that fit, and so the original idea was to have an interviewer talk to a supervisor at the center, and then as slowly as the person kept interviewing and talking to this person, the adult person who was going to be, essentially very interested in what's going on, would get up and start running around crazy and kind of show all the different aspects of the center. That really didn't, it was kind of a vague concept, so it didn't really work, and we couldn't find the right fit. So since we weren't happy with that, I was at a Dallas Mavericks game, or actually one of my producers was, and a video played on the big screen. And Abraham, if you can run number 1 on there, please. And let me show you what I saw.
His name is Dirk. He plays basketball. He's a maverick. He's a shooter like Larry Bird. He can shoot a three-pointer or dunk a good one on you. He plays good like an iPod. He's like the German Moses. Moses. Moses.
No matter what Dirk does do, he do it better than me and you. Doctor, the German doogie. Dancing, the German boogie. Numbers, the German pie. Ninjas, the German samurai. Science, the German hockey. Hosiery, the German stocking. Flowers, some German roses. History, German Moses.
Okay, so I was interested. Okay, I was interested, so we tracked him down, and I found, Flula has his own website. Flula is a DJ, German DJ hype man, and so this is a couple years ago, so things have evolved since then a little bit. Since we tracked him down at that point, I realized that I wanted to do something with him, so I knew this was a good fit, but we didn't really know exactly how to put him in that position and convince my director that this is who we want to use to be our spokesperson. So the city spokesperson. So one thing I ended up doing, and we ended up doing, we did a couple videos with him, and so we took that video essentially and we did an interview in his car, because that's where he does a lot of interviews. Let me show you one of his popular videos real quick here, just kind of give you an idea what it is. He has a thing with idioms, American or idioms, and he doesn't understand what they mean for some different sayings and things. So let me show you this. Let's see if this actually works.
I work some hours and an office, and the groups of people they're talking in one say about Jennifer, eine Kollegin, colleague. Oh, I tell you, Jennifer, she is really a party pooper. Jennifer poops at parties. So she poops at parties. So and people know this. I poop at parties. I poop at parties, but people don't know because I close the door. Jennifer goes to the party and then poops, but she do it so people know. Where do she go for it? Does she visit the water closet and make so people may see and smell things? This sound horrible. Maybe she go like by the tables with the present and the punches bowl. Poop on the carpets. This sound like Jennifer, you have some mental issue. Have you spoken to someone about it? This serious, you make a poop in the party, so peoples may know. I want to go to parties with Jennifer just to make observation. She poops at parties.
Okay. So he has several of these videos. One of them is actually about, he doesn't understand how a daddy longlegs is made. You know, essentially, why is it even called a daddy longlegs? But this video has 3.7 million views. And so we wanted to kind of ride his coattails a little bit and say, Flula, can you come to and just be our spokesman for a while and see what happens. But we didn't get to that, we didn't actually get to that point with this video. We actually did a thing when we were in Austin. And this is one of our most popular videos that has over 120 or 117,000 views on our YouTube site. And what it was is that we went to Austin for a conference. It was a TOTOA conference. And we met up with Flula because he was doing South by Southwest or something. And I said, can we do a man-on-the-street interview with you about Austin, about the capital, because that's our state capital. And we worked it into our programming. So what I eventually did was it's here on YouTube, but actually I'll play this so I can have control. And let me show you exactly what happened with this. We had planned nothing. Nothing's planned with this. He just showed up. She had some questions. And this is what happened.
What's up, y'all? I'm Ashley Camrath. I'm a native Austinite. I love this city. I love the people, the music, the food. There's so many great things in this city, and there's so many fun facts about the capital city. Let's see what other people know. Sir, can you come here for a sec?
Yeah.
I'm Ashley.
Hi, Flula.
Nice to meet you. Will you answer a couple questions about Austin, Texas real quickly?
They would be incorrect,
Okay.
but yes.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. We'll roll with it. We'll see what you got. So, Flula, did you know that Austin's Capitol building is actually larger than the National Capitol building?
In the DC?
Yes.
You mean bigger, like I throw a ball and bounce around, it will bounce like a longer time? And like you mean size?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
This one?
Yeah, it's bigger. Did you know that Keep Austin Weird is the slogan of Austin, Texas?
Keep Boston weird?
Yes.
That's better than Keep Boston weird. That makes no sense.
Yes. Slow it down for me.
I thought you say like, I got no keys, and then I live in Boston, the Celtics. Weird.
Yeah. No, Keep Austin Weird.
So it's Keep Austin weird.
Yeah.
How old is the slogans?
Very old.
Like 1800s, like the Alamo. Freedom! Keep Boston weird!
Wasn't Freedom Braveheart? Or Remember the Alamo?
Davy Crockett. Remember the Alamo! And keep Boston weird as well!
Yes, absolutely. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know about the bats? There's 2 million bats. They live under a bridge downtown Austin. Did you know this?
No, this sounds like Harry Potter.
No,
What?
not Harry Potter.
2 million bats live under the bridge. Yeah. And 400,000 caterpillars make cake every morning on the streets.
Yeah, I'm not messing with you. There's 2 million bats. The Mexican free-tailed bats, they come to the city of Austin every year. They migrate down here, probably because we're the South and everybody wants to be in the South.
They like it here. Sweet teas. I like the sweet tea.
Sweet teas?
Have you had? No, sweet teas. Like, a sweet tea. Sweet tea.
So are you from West Texas?
Oh, yeah. Absolute. Like, what is the town there? I'm from...
Where?
It's a really thick accent there. Yeah, have you been to that?
I haven't.
Sweet teas every place there.
That's awesome. Well, let's get back to Austin. What's your favorite thing about Austin, Texas?
Right now, I like the slogan. Keep Austin weird. I like that, and I like the caterpillars that are making the cake on the street. These bats, no, I don't buy that. Sorry. Let me ask you an Austin question.
Okay.
How many people are living here in Austin?
I don't know.
So you know how many bats, but you don't know how many people?
Yes.
I mean, that sounds fake to me. I think you make all of this inventing.
All that matters right now is that I am a native Austinite. I'm from this city.
Well, I'm from, and we love to come to Austin to have the sweet teas.
Absolutely. What's the population in your town?
439.
Yeah.
438. I'm here right now.
Right.
But when I return, 439.
We have more bats than you have people.
You have more bats than people, probably. What?
Okay. And it goes on. You can watch that later if you like. So Flula became kind of a celebrity and everything. Everybody really liked it. But the problem was it wasn't related to Alan at all. It was related to Austin. So even though it's sitting on our site and everything, we decided that we needed to, since we got a lot of positive feedback from this, a lot of people they think it's fake and everything and all that, and which it sort of is in a way, but it's all improv. I mean, he's a comedian that way. So what I decided to do is decided to bring him in and hire him to do Rec X. That's what we eventually called this program that we decided to put together. And we came up with 6 episodes, and we flew him in. And Abraham, if you could, what is it? I think it's number 3 is what I'm looking for. And this is what we came up with.
Rec X! Rec X! It's time for Rec X! From Anasaxa!
With Ashley and Flula.
Hi, I'm Ashley Camrath. Welcome to our show Rec X, where we explore all your Allen Parks and Rec facilities. Today we're checking out the Edge Visitor Center and Skate Park, which is one of the largest of its kind in the country. And I understand that we have a special extreme correspondent who's going to be showing us around today, and apparently his limo service is dropping him off right about now. So let's check in with him at the Edge.
This is gonna be fun. Thanks, Mom. This is great. I'm at the Edge Visitor Center, and we're gonna do some great things with this boy. Ooh, 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 and discover some cool things. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Rec X! Let's get this thing started.
Located on the south end of Allen Station Park, the Edge features a concrete skate park, roller hockey, a BMX track, and a visitor center, which is where Flula is right now.
Oh yes, Ashley, I'm at the Edge Visitor Center, and I'm looking at all the great scooters. Look at these. They're so shiny and excellent. Perhaps I can trade somebody. My scooter for another scooter.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, hello. I want to learn about your excellent little Edge Center. Tell me something.
Well, we got all sorts of stuff here for you. We've got skating, scootering.
I'm ready for scooting.
Well, let's go watch you scoot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Watch me, Ashley. Watch me scoot so hard you are having jealousy in your head.
Okay then, while Flula puts some jealousy in my head, I'll let you know that besides scooters, people at the Edge also ride skateboards, inline skates, and BMX freestyle bikes.
I'm scooting. All right. Bring it. Beep, beep. Guys, tell me about the scooter. Why do you guys like to go scootering?
I'm not a scooter.
You're not a scooterer. What are you?
I'm a skateboarder.
You're a skateboarderer. Are there skateboard and scooter wars? Do the skateboarders and the scooters like the Jets and the Crips? What? I do not think so. This is great. I love your skate park.
Built by one of the top skate park design companies in the country,
So,
the
you know,
Edge
we had
features
to
different bowls and
put all
fixtures
the
to
stuff
accommodate
that Parks and Rec
everyone,
wanted
from
in the video. We
beginners
couldn't just
to
go
pros.
crazy with this
And
Flula.
Flula, I'm sure you've seen some of
So
those
dragged it
folks
down a
out
little
there,
bit, but-
right?
This skate park is crazy, Ashley. I'm seeing amazing tricks from amazing dudes and ladies going around on the scooters, on the skateboards, on the hands. It's amazing.
Okay, well, have they taught you any tricks?
I am watching the tricks. I cannot do those because I have a little fear. I will not lie. I'm going to do the straight scene. Beep, beep.
Okay, did you at least get the names of any of the tricks?
I think one was called like a skipsy pop. And then there's like the double dingle. And I think someone said, whoa! Beep, beep. Whoa! And I think that was a move also.
Flula, have you found anyone to interview out there?
I found many people and they are all screaming at me in a really great way. And screaming is fun, I think, at the skate park.
Is that how they communicate?
Yeah, it's screaming and it's quiet. Quiet and scream. Quiet and scream. Very binary.
Binary.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back at it.
Okay, that's
I will
good.
do it, Ashley. You are jealous.
Sure, Flula. Some advice, don't let them see your stickers.
All right. So we've created 6 of these. We went out one day and we did all the different facilities that we have in and around Allen. There's 2 of them that are out. It's this one, and then the other one is for the one of the rec centers that we did. So with that, you know, we had them for one day. So the next day, I decided, you know, let's add something additional. And the additional thing was another idea that I got from a series called Drunk History. I don't know if you've seen that. And so we weren't going to get Flula drunk and do anything, but we wanted to kind of have sort of the same idea just with the way he emotes his character, okay? Now, granted, this is a little over the top. He is like this for the most part, but not as over the top as you would imagine. So what we ended up doing was coming up with the history of Alan according to Flula. We shot about 20 minutes of it. I have about 14 different episodes, and I just finished the first one on whenever before we came here. So what was it? What is today? So Monday or something, or yeah, before the weekend. Okay, let's put it that way. So I haven't shown this anywhere yet. It's kind of rough, but I am going to kind of give you to show you what the next generation Flula is and how we're going to implement it. So Abraham, I need number the last one, the one that says history, I believe.
Sit back, listen to, sit back, listen to, sit back, listen to the Allen History.
Welcome back to Allen History. I'm Emily Reppert, and today I'm with Flula,
Flula,
an expert on this city.
the city of Allen, Texas.
Okay, so I heard the city was named after Attorney General and railroad promoter Ebenezer Allen.
Ebenezer Allen, that's right. It's a very great story if people do not know it. Ebenezer Allen was sitting around in like 1650, and he was sitting in a house, and all of a sudden he's like watching a television or something, and then these three ghosts, they come to him while he's sitting on the couch. And the first ghost is like a rooster ghost. And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing over here, Ebenezer?" And he's like, "I'm allergic to chickens." And so he kick it. And then the second ghost comes, and it's the ghost of Whoopie Dub, which is a weird animal that you cannot see, is invisible. And he says, "Who are you?" And then he says, "What?" And then he disappears. Then the third ghost was an Easter egg. And the Easter egg, he opened it, and the Easter egg starts to spell something on the plate that says, "Make a town." And so he made it.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Allen History, Allen History, Allen History. This is what happened.
What? Oh, keep going. Keep playing.
That's not what happened. For the real story, visit AllenHeritageGuild.org.
So that's the final, I guess, resurrection of Flula and the way we're going to kind of use him for our programming. So, okay. That is it. Thank you.
All right, so we've got some time for some questions. Do we have any questions from the audience? Step up to the mic.
How did you find Flula?
How did we find him originally?
Yes.
I saw that the Dirk Nowitzki video at a Dallas Mavericks game. They were playing it, and so that they found it, and so they used it for their halftime and then timeouts, to kind of pump him up a little bit. That's how I originally figured out who he was.
And he just happens to be in Allen, Texas.
No, he's not. He's in L.A. He's in Los Angeles. Yeah.
What does it cost for
Okay. Well, we hired him for $2,500 for the weekend. Yeah. He was, and expenses, so it wasn't like anything outrageous.
Good job, the whole panel. Dominic and Mark, good stuff. Appreciate it. It's a good way to end the day. Help the group tie it back to government, education, operations. Obviously, a lot of this has evolved and moved to other points of distribution, but what can you talk about to tie it back to over-the-air or cable cast, that kind of thing? Any innovative ways you can leverage that back?
One thing that we do is we still have a show called County Chronicles, which we used to always produce back when we did a lot of half-hour shows. And what we do now, instead of still having to produce that and all the other content that we do, is we just repackage all of our short-form stories that are going on countynewscenter.com. We take the best ones of those, and then we turn those into the half-hour show, which Mike Russo hosts. So that's a way to get the content that we're creating back on the channel. That's one of the ways.
You know, our Parks and Rec department is always, you know, they're always wanting to do something different, and it's, you know, rather just the basic PSA or something like that. And so that's usually where, you know, this will go out on, you know, their Facebook page and our YouTube page, obviously, and they do use it for other different things just to promote. We had Parks and Rec month was in July, so they pushed it heavily during that month, that type of thing, and you know, and that's what kind of justified it. The Austin video didn't really justify a lot. We did use it in another program that we used to produce called The Dilio, but after 3 years, we decided to move on from that show, and we just wanted to get Flula out there just so we could. I knew there was something bigger that we could use them for, and that was more specific to our channel. So that's where it came from.
Any other questions out there? I've got one. One of the obviously there's a number of factors that are pointing our panelists and also you into exploring some other means of communicating outside of the traditional ways you may have been doing it over time. Mark also mentioned that that one of the metrics that he's used is YouTube views in terms of determining success. And what I wanted to do is ask each of the panelists, what are some of the factors or metrics or measures that you use to determine whether these kind of presentations are successful and are working and are effective means of communicating?
Okay, I'll start. For us, since we really are new at stepping outside of the box, it was having departments come to us and asking us to do something different versus having a meeting, as I mentioned earlier, and they want their department head to do the talking head. So that was the first one. And then Mitzi Herrera, who is my manager, going before our Office of Management and Budget and literally beating them over the head, sorry, Mitzi, to convince them that this was the way we should be moving as opposed to the standards. So that this is the beginning of the project, and for us the outcomes were simply people coming and saying, yes, we want to do this, which is a big deal for Montgomery County.
Well, I guess, you know, our YouTube channel was actually put up as an experiment back in 2007 just to see what it would do. We didn't really know what was going to happen with it. And so one of the things that we did put up there, and actually Dominic alluded to this a little bit, one of the first videos that we put up that we decided just to kind of experiment with was a bunch of cute kittens at the animal shelter. And that had the longest runtime of, you know, views, the most views it's ever had, just because of that. That's all it was just cats type of thing. And then we started doing interviews with with rock stars, like Eddie Money or, you know, the Bengals or whatever. And those were getting real high as far as view counts. Now on the city side, nobody goes to the city site to watch this type of stuff. So we're trying to drive traffic back from the YouTube site, possibly, if they can, to understand where Allen, Texas is or what have you, you know, if they were interested in that. And then just kind of evolve from there. So the top three, our top viewed videos on YouTube are obviously the Flula Austin video, a interview with the Bengals, and the cute kittens at the animal shelter. So cats, aging rock star, female rock stars, and a German DJ from LA. There you go.
And just to add to that, our top YouTube view is a juvenile hall tour, and I don't really know why that is. I guess maybe San Diego has a lot of ex-juvenile hall residents, but that is huge. That's like 115,000. We do a lot of measurement through County News Center. I showed some of the metrics up there earlier, and that's the main way that we're doing it. But we also are measuring how many media hits we get from it. So how many other media organizations out there, whether it's print, video, other websites, show us stuff, and we keep track of that as well, because our chief administrative officer wants to see that they're picking up on our stories and amplifying them. So that's the other metric we're using.
Okay, and one more question here. This is sort of a little bit unfair, but I'll go ahead and ask it anyways. Everybody in here, you're all creative people. You've got ideas going all the time. And so my next question is, what's your next idea? What do you, Scott, hey, come and tell us about your innovative ideas today. But what's your next innovative idea?
We're going to start with Mark
Thanks for
first.
putting us on the spot there. How about you, Michael? What's your next innovative idea?
There's this German DJ.
Yeah. Yeah, my next innovative idea is to find a YouTube star and make videos about him. That's great, Mark. I don't really have a next innovative idea. I'll let you know.
Well, I don't know. I guess I just showed, the last video that I showed was the next idea because it's not even out there yet. So, but it's already a finished idea, I guess, for the most part. You know, I don't know. It's just one of those things where we have annual meetings with all our departments, and so they come in and they sit down and they talk about different what the problem is in their department, what they want to communicate. Okay, and we try to evolve something out of that to get something to come out of that. And the police department sat down this last year and they said we have a problem with people, you know, taking things out of garages. So they wanted to do a talk show on that. Just, you know, a police officer and whoever talking, the mayor talking about that problem. But we didn't want to do that. So we ended up coming up with a video called Garage Zombie, which is basically a zombie that gets into a garage and steals all your stuff. And the easiest way to keep them out of it is just to close the garage door. So it was just a 30-second PSA, but it was one of those things that, you know, that could really apply to anybody for the most part. So, you know, we get a lot of our ideas, I guess, mainly from, you know, what the problems are, you know, in our city and how they want to deal with those and how we can actually change that. So just, you know, we don't think about, oh, okay, this is going to be the next innovative idea. It just kind of comes to us and we run with it.
Right.
Well, considering we do now have to think about it, one of the things that we just last week started to talk about was perhaps doing PSAs, videos that are actually targeted to specific communities, so that if there's an announcement around something that we're doing with our seniors, which is our largest growing population in Montgomery County, that we would send that video or post it on a Facebook page. We have Facebook and YouTube, and it's targeted towards that community. So we're just beginning to explore those ideas.
Very good. All right. So let me thank the panelists, and let me thank you for being here as well today. I hope you found something that you can take back to your community and be able to work with. And I'm not sure if you'll find a German DJ, but in the meantime, we'll hang out here for a couple more minutes. There's a few more minutes in the session left, but we'll sort of wrap up the formal presentation part, and we'll be up here for a little bit if you want to talk. So thank you for coming. Appreciate it.